Yarny.
Hey there, welcome to another Yarny video. In this tutorial, you will learn how to make this nice iris stitch. This is how it looks like. It's actually very nice looking, and you can use this stitch to make dishcloth or a shawl, scarf, and it's very easy and quick to add on rows because the stitches are actually very high. So this is a nice stitch to use if you want to watch TV while you're crocheting because it really doesn't require a lot of focus. All right, now let's get into it. So obviously you will need a crochet hook. I'm using a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook because I will be using this Bernat Maker yarn. You can use obviously any type of yarn you like, and let's do it. So the starting point of our iris stitch is essentially to do a slip knot. To do a slip knot, you take the tail end, you put it on top of your fingers like this, take the working yarn, which is the side that's attached to your ball of yarn. You will do a loop here on your index finger, bring the working yarn on top of the tail like this. Then you take the tail and you wrap it around your finger a second time. So you have two loops. Take both ends here so it's secure. Take the back loop, bring it forward, and you have your slip knot just like this. Now take your crochet hook, you insert in your slip knot, and once it's all secured, we're basically ready to start. We will be starting with a bunch of chains. So the chains, you want to do multiples of 4. So any number that you can multiply by 4 will work. After you do the multiple of 4, you will add 3 more chains. So for example, I will do 12 chains, which is my multiple of 4 because 3 times 4 is 12. Then I will add 3 more chains to yield to 15 chains in total. So to do the chain, you wrap the yarn around your hook and you pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. So this is my 1 chain. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now, by the way, I'm doing 15 chains just because I want to show you guys the iris stitch, but depending on your project, you can make the length as long as you want. Just remember to use multiples of 4 plus 3 chains at the end. Now, after we have completed our foundation chain, what we're going to do is we will do a double crochet in the 5th chain from the hook. So the loop on the hook, we never count that as a chain. So your first chain is this one here. You have the 2nd, 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. So you wrap the yarn around your hook. You insert in the 5th chain from the hook. Then you pull the yarn through the loop. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. Wrap the yarn around your hook to pull it through the first 2 loops only. Then you have 2 loops left. Wrap the yarn around your hook, pull it through the next 2 loops. So this is your double crochet. So as you can see, you have completed your first double crochet, and this little portion here, which is basically counts as a double crochet, but it's made up of 3 chains. So on each end of your project, you definitely want a double crochet to balance everything. So this 3 chains here will count as a double crochet. So after you have completed this first double crochet, you will do a second one in the exact same chain. So wrap the yarn around your hook, insert it in the exact same chain, and then you complete your double crochet as normal. After that, you will do 1 chain. Then you will do 2 more double crochet in the exact same chain we just did the first 2 double crochet. So I do my first here. So my first double crochet after the chain, and then my second double crochet after the chain. So this is all in that same 5th chain from the hook that we started with. All right, so after that, you count 3 stitches or 3 chains. So 1, 2, and 3. So you will be skipping these 3 chains. And in the 4th, you will again do 2 double crochet. Then you will do 1 chain and then 2 double crochet in the exact same chain here. So I have my first double crochet, I'm doing my second double crochet. After that, I'm doing a chain, and then I'm doing 2 more double crochet in the exact same space here. So I have 1, and then my second here. So this is basically what you do, the repetition that you will be doing. So you skip 3 chains, then you do 2 double crochet, chain, 2 double crochet in the exact same stitch. So as you can see here, I have my first chain that I'm skipping, second chain that I'm skipping, and third chain that I'm skipping here. And I'm going to do again 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and then 2 double crochet. So this is basically your first row. So I have my 2 double crochet, I will chain, and then 2 double crochet. So always chain in between 2 double crochets. Now after you've done this, and depending obviously on how long your chain was, when you reach the end, you will see 2 chains left. So you will skip the next chain, and at the very last chain of your foundation chain here, you will do a double crochet. So just 1 double crochet here. So at the very end, so I have my double crochet. And remember when I said that we always want a balance of a double crochet on each side. So this last double crochet here will balance my first little kind of fake double crochet here that was made up of the 3 chains in the beginning. So once you're done here, I want you to remember that from row 2 and onwards, it's exactly the same thing. And remember that when we did the 2 double crochet and then chain and then 2 double crochet, well, essentially the chain that we did in between the 2 double crochets are very important, because it's in these chain spaces that we will do all of our next stitches in all of the next rounds. So after you've done with your first row, you will chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And this is how you always start your next row. Then you will turn your project around, because we always want to crochet from the right side towards the left. So now this 3 chain here serves as your first double crochet, which is the side double crochet to make everything balance. Now in your chain space here, remember that I said the chain space in between your 2 double crochets in the previous round, you will do your combination of 2 double crochet, chain, 2 double crochet. So I'm doing my first double crochet in this chain space. And then I'm doing a second double crochet in the chain space. Then you do a chain. Then you do 2 more double crochet in the same chain space here. So I have my first, and then I'm doing my second. And now you're skipping everything in between until you get to the next chain space. So wrap the yarn around your hook, insert it in the next chain space, do your combination of 2 double crochet, chain, and 2 double crochet. So I have my second double crochet here. Then you will do a chain, and then you do 2 more double crochet in this exact same chain space. So you see how important those chain spaces are. So when you add on rows, these chain spaces that you just worked on here and here are essentially the spaces you will work your next combinations. So now we have a last one here, a chain space. So wrapping the yarn to do 2 double crochet, then 1 chain, then 2 double crochet in the same space. So I have my first double crochet, I'll do my second, right? Then you chain, and then you do 2 more double crochet in the exact same space. Now at the end, remember that we always have this kind of double crochet that we do on the side or the turning chain. So you will count at the top of your turning chain. The third turning chain is where you will insert your double crochet. So you have 1, 2, and 3 here. So the third chain here on the top, you will insert a double crochet. So this is how you end your row. And then I'll just do a third row just to let you see how easy it is and how it is exactly the same as row number 2, and you will just add as many rows as you want to achieve the length of your project. So chain 3 is always our start. 1, 2, and 3. Turn your project, remember working from right to left. Then you find your first chain space here from the previous round. So if you're having a hard time, remember that the chain space is always in between 2 double crochets. So this is your first double crochet, second, and then you have a space here. This is your chain space, double crochet, double crochet. This is how you know where to insert. And the big spaces on each end here, remember, is reserved, so you have 1 double crochet on each side. So my first chain space is here. So I'll do 2 double crochet, a chain, and then 2 double crochet. So this is my second double crochet, and I'll do my chain space, and this is a chain space that we will be using for the next row. Then I'm having, oh, my stitch slipped, so I'll just redo my double crochet here, and then I have my second double crochet, which is right after the chain space. And now remember, we're skipping everything until we find our next chain space, which is here, right in between my 2 double crochets here. So I have my first double crochet, second double crochet, then you do a chain, then 2 more double crochet in the exact same space. Then you skip everything until you find the next chain space, which is right here. Then you insert your hook to do your double crochet. So always 2 double crochet, followed by 1 chain, followed by 2 double crochet, all in the same space. So I'm doing my chain now, and I'm just going to do 2 more double crochet in this exact same chain space. And now we're arriving at the end of our row. So remember, always find the third chain, so the top. So I have 1, 2, 3. So my top chain here is where I will insert my last double crochet to end the row. And basically, this is how you would do the iris stitch. So as I said, you follow round 2, so row number 2, you just add on as many rows as you want so that you reach the height as you wish for the project. And eventually you will reach something like this, and this is basically what I'm going to be using as a dishcloth, and you can achieve something similar or making a nice shawl or scarf as I mentioned. All right, so I hope you learned something new today and that you will have fun making the iris stitch. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon for another tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. See you.